Why are you comparing Mahama to Akufo-Addo? These are the two different personalities altogether. They were not born in the same generation. They belong to different generations and different era altogether. One is from north and one is from the south. One is a communicator and one is a lawyer. One is old man, and one is a bit young. One is fair and one is deep black. They are not from the same area. They don't think the same. So why are you comparing them in the first place? We know Akufo-Addo as a man with a lion heart. So as a result of that, he lost the first election, second election, and people advised him and he advised himself that Ghanaians don't want to vote for you because of the way they know you, that when you win the presidency, you detect and do things that you want to do. So later on, he also advised himself. We saw humility of Akufo-Addo, and the nation voted for him and he became president. As we all know, when he became president, he paid the price by living different altogether. So even it came to a time, the whole nation, people were saying that the Akufo-Addo we know before is not Akufo-Addo sitting on the throne today. They said it during the MPP time. Didn't you hear it? It means that the man changed. The first change that we saw in him is that it was in his time that the magnitude of the insult of a certain one man called Kevin Taylor exploded. It was in the time of Akufo-Addo that the weight of the insult of a certain man called Kenny Jonas also exploded. It was Akufo-Addo's same time that the magnitude and the weight of a certain man insult called King David in somewhere Europe or somewhere UK also came out. And apart from that, some of the notable presenters we have in the country, such as Captain Smart and Nketiah Afrifa, we saw all of them coming out with a powerful words, with a certain argument, a certain attack. But in all this, President Akufo-Addo then didn't raise a finger to attack and to arrest anybody. Not that Akufo-Addo didn't have the power to do so, and not that there is no law in the country. There is a law that insult is an offense. But Akufo-Addo didn't do anything. He has the power to deal with those who were insulting him outside the country, but he didn't do anything. And then Mahama also has come, and the same insult is going on. And you want Mahama to live his life like Akufo-Addo. Look, what somebody can bear, somebody cannot bear. What somebody can keep quiet, someone cannot keep quiet. So if Akufo-Addo was insulted and he didn't do any arrests, and Mahama has insulted and he has arrested the person, what wrong has Mahama committed? What is his offense? If the thing is not in our law, will they sentence the woman? No. We the Ghanaians, we must be fair. Because the things we are facing in the country and the way we want our country to become like America, and the way people are supporting things that have no basis and are useless, it's so painful. If we build a nation like that, how can we move forward? Mahama Akufo-Addo was insulted, and then Mahama also must be insulted. So it has become a precedent. Look at the way our young girls and our young boys have become all disrespectful. Today, when you are driving on the way, on your highways, you are driving nicely and gently. And you can say that some young guy will drive carelessly. And when you try to advise the young guy, you could see the young guy raising his hand. Get away, who are you? Your mother. If you are an elderly man and they insult you this way, do you think insult is something good? Insult is not just a word. Insult are weapon. There are some people who have a sharper mouth. When they insult you, you feel it like a receiving blow. Sometimes you feel it so hot in your body. If you don't know this, ask Asamoah. The day that he lost the panity and the Ghanaians insulted him that his buttocks is like a woman, and then they insulted his father and his mother, and he decided not to play. Why he decided not to play? Because his skills and every power that he was having in him to play the soccer vanished because of insult. It took one of the leaders, I think President Kufuor, or Mahama or whoever, one of them call Asamoah and advise him to don't mind Ghanaians. That's how they are. You just play the ball for Ghana. Before Asamoah went to the pitch to play, insult is very painful. That thing is not good. We must all condemn what the lady did. It's not fair. It's not good. That is why I love Nigerians. All the insults you see on the social media and Nigerians are trying to, insult their leaders. They do it outside Nigeria. In their country, they don't do that. Can you insult Tinubu? You will perish into the thin air. Can you insult Odogu inside Nigeria while you are there with them? You will vanish before the following day. So what are we doing? So we have the freedom of speech. So we can open our mouth and insult our leaders anyhow. The Americans that we are copying, the seat of democracy, freedom of speech, and human rights. Have you heard anyone who is an American open a channel and then talking to Donald Trump, the leader of America, the president of America, insulting President Donald Trump like his face is like a pig, his eyes is like a pig, his body is like a pig, he's a fool. Have you heard anybody openly on the social media platform insulting American president in America before? So what kind of democracy are we building? That is why Ghanaians are saying that democracy is not good for us. And we need the military rule. And somehow they are right. Though the military rule has, brought the country far back. So we cannot practice military rule again. But the democracy, we can still make it and make it perfect. All that we have to do is to, support the good thing and then, stop the bad thing. Do you know what I'm standing? What I'm standing right now is called Obey. I intentionally came all the way to this place and you see the road. Look at the ramp. Look at the tile road. Look at the rough road. They haven't tiled the road, but I saw them on social media and they were picketing. They were doing demonstration. I saw some young guys block this road. I don't know that particular area. They blocked this Amasaman Kaswa road. They block it. I saw it on social media. Even police officer wanted to pass. They blocked him. And they said, no, you will not go. Because it was one of the worst road ever. But today, look at. They've come to, put some sand on it. And it's now a bit okay. People are, you can speed. Maybe 70 kilometers per hour. And for that reason, they've brought some speed ramp. You can see. Look at the tail of the car. You see? When they all reach there, then they brake. The speed ramp is all over because the road is a bit good. Meanwhile, some time ago, I drove on this road. It was worse until the people did demonstration by blocking the road. They didn't insult the president. They didn't insult any leader. They didn't insult any MP. They didn't insult any minister. Their matter has not been. Yes, small time will come. They will tile it for them. Where from this insult? Baumia, if God help you and He make you a president, anyone that will insult you, that your head is run like a cat, and your bald hair is shining like a motorway, arrest him. I compare to Japan, Japan. If God permits you and give you the grace and become president in the next time, and you become president and somebody insult you, arrest him. General mosquito say don't get here. If God gave you the grace and you become a flag bearer of NDC, and they vote for you and become president, and somebody use your small body to insult you, to make you useless, General Mosquito, and say your body is small and your brain is small, and insult you and make you render nothing, and say don't get here, arrest them. We will not support any insult in the country. Our youth all are becoming corrupt and they are learning how to insult. Small girls, 7 years can insult you and you will cry. What kind of life is that? What future are we building for the nation? It is not fair, it's not good. So Kevin Taylor came to Ghana and the president guided him with national security. And what do you want him to do? Maybe you don't know politics. Politicians support anything that support him or help him to win power. Politicians. Maybe you don't understand what is called politics. Politicians support anything that helps him to win the power. Though Kevin Taylor didn't do well by insulting all the leaders, but so far as this party is on power, when he comes, they will protect him. That's why politician, he believes in church going, he believes in traditional way, He believes in going to mosque. They believe in anything. Anything that will help them to win power. They believe it. That's a politician. That's why sometimes during the election, you will see some young guys trying to steal and take away, ballot box. If they take the ballot box and they arrest them and they send them to jail, when their party wins the power, the president tries to bring them out of the jail. We've been seeing it severally. It means that politicians believe anything that supports him to win power. So don't think that Kevin Taylor will come all the way from America and the president will just allow him to just walk around without any protection. Will you do that? Do you know the work the guy did for the party NDC? You will not do that. And if you think if Kevin Taylor was in Ghana and he was doing all this kind of insult, you think by this time like he's alive? Like he's not alive. Look at the way the Captain Smart or Katacha Frifa, the way they handled the insult issue. They were insulting. Not that Captain Smart cannot insult. He can insult more than Kevin Taylor. Or Katacha Frifa has the mouth he can do. But so far as he's with us in Ghana, he was thinking about his life. So they did insult, but they managed it. But these people, Tony Jonas, Kevin Taylor, David in somewhere UK, they are not with us. So they were reading the insult. Why are we trying to destroy everything through insult? In this country, we don't respect anybody. We insult Otumfuo. We insult Otumfuo and make him useless. Meanwhile, this figure, the government chair, we make him like a toilet roll. Togo Afede, we step on him like a doormat. Tiburukusu and Dagon King, we render them useless. That's the country we are in. We are trying to bring everybody to our level. No wonder that in this country we have a song called Obia Nyobia. Who told you that Obia Nyobia? If you Obia Nyobia, when you read traffic light and there is a red, you will see some diplomats with their red and blue and green number plate passing through. If you say Obia Nyobia, follow them and we shall see. Why are we trying to bring everybody to our level? We have to allow certain figures to hold the system of the country so that there's any chaos, any misunderstanding. Otumfuo can take a mobile phone and call the commander-in-chief of Ghana Army or call one of the senior ranking and say, please, don't bring any gun. We don't like any coup. It remains only 1 year for us to go to election. When we go to election, we will vote the person out. And Ghana Army, Ghana military, they will listen to Otumfuo. And if we make everybody like our level, who will listen to who? Recently, South Africa, Ghanaians were suffering. And president, because of he has power, he just called the foreign minister. And the plane went there to bring our brothers and sisters, evacuated all of them into Ghana. Were you not happy? If the president sitting on, Mahama is nobody, like as I'm standing here, like can he command the foreign minister to send a plane to evacuate our brothers? Why are we trying to bring all these figures into our level? It is a dangerous. We are heading towards danger. Go to Zongo, the most disorderly community in all Africa. Zongo. Zongo is where you see all kinds of stubborn people. But if you go to Nima, you see that the place is quiet. Everybody is going and coming. But all nonsense type of people, they live in Zongo. Why? Because the Zongo people have not destroyed the system that's holding the community. A metro man can stand up in Zongo, try to do some stubborn things. And small Alaji, who doesn't have anything, will just get up and say, hey, Fuseni, Fitawuru na. And they say, oh, Baba Yankuri. That is the Zongo for you. No matter how great you are, you respect the elderly in Zongo. That's why Zongo is not collapse. Why don't we imitate such a precedent? Why don't we imitate such a good behavior? The way the Zongo people respect their elders. Why don't we do that? And we are trying to destroy our leaders' glory. We render all of them. We insult everybody. Why we do so? If you think your certain president has committed any impeachable offense, why don't you send him to law court so that the law court will rule on your behalf? If you think your certain president has committed any impeachable offense, send him to law court for the law court to rule on your behalf. You cannot allow whether you are MPP or you are NDC to be in the country where insult has become a fashion. We will not allow, we will not agree from today onwards. If you hear this post, share. We are tired of this, that we don't respect our elders. Where I'm standing at Obey, here goes my back, goes to Amasaman. And here, my front here, as I'm showing you, go to Kasua Asharaja. The road was not like this. But through demonstration that young guys did and blocked the road, somewhere few months ago, few weeks ago, today the leaders have brought some sand to make the road motorable. Why don't we talk to our leaders using certain points and certain keys? If you insult the person, though you are advising him, but he will never take your insult. We are tired of the insult. We are tired.